Christy's up on this belt squat machine. She's ready to show you the proper way to belt squat. Now, you might be asking yourself, why would we belt squat? I squat all the time. I love it. Well, this is a great way to help build your squat strength, add a lot of load to your legs, build that squat pattern without loading your back. So we do a lot of stuff that loads the spine, loads the back. It's nice to give that a little bit of a break. But this would be a great way to overload your legs after you're done squatting, after you've done fatigued everything else. Really build your leg strength, and it's gonna go a long way in building everything else. So what Christy wants to do, she's in here, we wanna really emphasize sitting back, staying upright, controlling the weight down, controlling our way back up. Now, there's a couple, your belt squat machine might not look like this, so it's gonna, not be perfect, but it's gonna show you exactly what you wanna be doing. Sitting back, the movement's gonna be just the same. Pretend like you got a bar on your back if you got to. We squat down, oh, we don't lean back up. We don't do that. We squat up, we keep our chest up when we squat. There you go. There we go. All right, so one thing we could do to add a little bit of difficulty to this, and honestly keep you honest, you'll see a lot of people using the belt squat machines that have the handles and using those to rely on those a lot to pull yourself up. I like to use a goblet squat with these. So what that's gonna do is also challenge you to stay more upright. It's gonna work a lot of your upper back. You know how much we like upper back work. So it's gonna force her to stay upright. Here it is. It adds a little bit of load, but more it really challenges your positioning and forces you to stay in a really good position. Show you an alternative you do if you do not have a belt squat at home or at your gym. Here's a good way you could set it up to simulate what a belt squat. You're gonna get the same stimulus of loading your legs without loading your low back while still working those squat mechanic patterns. So we've got a landmine set up back here. We've got weights set up. Christy's standing on some bumper plates to get us some extra range of motion. So if you really need to load these up with 45s, you can kind of keep stacking this up even higher to match that. I mean, it'll depend on the length of your belt too. The setup, you're gonna have to play with it to find what works for you in your setup. But you can get a decent stimulus out of this. So Christy's gonna show us how we're gonna squat. Exactly, just the same as a belt squat. We're sitting back, working on staying nice and upright. Touching the ground if you want. If not, keep it floating, doesn't matter. But we're still working on it. Break with the hips, sit back as we squat. Now, again, we could load this. Hold on. What can we do? We can make this goblet squat too, can't we? So if you find yourself falling forward all the time in your squat, this is another good way to keep you honest. Once again, it's gonna also help strengthen your upper back because you're having to hold this and stay tight and braced the whole time too. So just adding ways you can add variety to your training, add things even if you're not at a commercial gym, things you can do at your home with minimal equipment, still get you results.